Hello, how you doing? Todd Walters, Platinum Coach. Okay, so I've got a few ads here from some members. So I thought I would show them to you. These are ads that some of them are working really well and some of them are not working so well. So let me set this up for you. Let's say this video is going to be about a 15-minute to 20-minute long marketing clinic. Okay, so I like that. So I've got some members that call me whose businesses are a bit stuck or not progressing. One of the prescriptions that I recommend is to obviously run more ads, but differently than you might be thinking. So for example, I say, look, it's not going to cost you any money to find out what works. All right. And so why don't you run at least one property ad a day, but put it in about 3 to 5 places. Okay. So that is what we call our more ads in more places marketing system. Property ads. And this typically is marketing to prospects that are looking for a home sooner rather than later. So we'll call it now business. Okay. So number one, more ads, more places, more often. Get up every day, figure out how to run a property ad, but put the property ad in, maybe 3 to 5 places. In this case, here's one on Facebook Marketplace that we're going to look at. And I'm just going to show you how you can plus these ads, if any at all. Okay, but bottom line, run property ads, as many as you possibly can, every day of every week until your phone is ringing off the hook. That's how you want to do this. So Craig programmed me to run over 100 of these. So on any given day, I was running over 100 property ads on any given day. And the phone rang consistently every day. But you know what the bad news was? The bad news is that we had to wait like 30 days to make changes to the ads. That sort of sucked because we were doing them primarily offline. Well, online, you don't have to wait 30 days to make changes to ads that aren't working so well. But let me set it up. So we had one real estate magazine, for example, we ran 24 ads in. Here's how it worked. The ad would hit the shelf. And out of those 24 property ads in that one place, we'd get calls on half a dozen of them, sparsely on the others. So that was it. So it was just maybe 4, 5, or 6 of them where the phone was ringing good, and the rest of them not so great. So we had to wait a month to change the ones that weren't working so well. But you know what we didn't do? We didn't change the ones that were making the phone ring. We kept them going until the phone wasn't ringing, and then we made changes to them. So that's just going to work for you. If you're smart, you'll really engage in marketing versus a lot of delegation of it or abdication of it, and just roll your sleeves up and get good at running marketing. In this case, property ads is that what we're going to look at right here. So I want to thank Julianne for sending this ad in. And so she puts it on Craigslist. She puts it on Facebook Marketplace. She puts it on her business Facebook page. That's at least 3 places that you can put an ad where people are going and looking for real estate, not so much on your business Facebook page, but the other places for sure. All right. So let's take a look at this ad and see what's good and what's not so good about it. You want to do that? Blow it up. So on a scale of 1 to 5, how are you doing with actually starting your day or your marketing day by creating a property ad and advertising it or running it in places where prospects are going to look for real estate? Okay. So you'll find out that there's a tipping point in there. It might be 15 ads, it might be 20 ads, or maybe a tipping point in there. But what we're trying to do is get engagement. Okay. All right. So let's check it out. Marketplace home sales says awesome home for sale in energy corridor. Okay. So how can we improve the headline? Okay, well, what kind of home? So I get in energy corridor, that's all fine, but what's the circumstance of sale? Like, is it a distress sale? Can it be a distress sale? It looks like it's vacant. So if it's a vacant home, I would say vacant home, or I'd say distress sale. Distress sales are pretty much what you think they are. For me, if a home is sitting empty and people are paying for it and are not getting anything in return, that would fit my definition of a distress sale. So we want to create some sort of scarcity in the headline right here. That's the headline. So what is the scarcity that's being conjured up here. I don't really see it, but for me, it would say awesome vacant home for sale in energy corridor. All right. The word vacant can create or conjure up in the prospect's mind a little bit more scarcity. All right. There's one option. Option number two. If $350,000 is an excellent price range for a home in this area, great. Make sure your thumbnail photo is way better than the price that you've added to your property ad. This is a thumbnail photo that shows up on Facebook Marketplace. This better look like a $400,000 kitchen in that area. So if it looks like a $350,000 kitchen or a $300,000 kitchen, then you have the wrong image or the wrong price. Does everybody get that? So you only want to show images that represent a better value than the price point that you're pointing out. Okay, so there's three things right there. Make sure the image represents a better value than the price range, especially the thumbnail. The headline needs to create some scarcity. So I said awesome vacant home for sale in energy corridor, awesome vacant home for sale in energy corridor, $350,000 or trade. So the word trade will create some scarcity and exclusivity. So there's 3 or 4 gold nuggets right there. So let's continue on. Awesome home for sale in energy corridor for sale in Katy on Facebook Marketplace. Okay. Okay, that's great. Why don't we say exclusively on Facebook? Okay. Using the word exclusive, I think you're probably smart enough to know that that creates exclusivity. So you can do that. I do like the word trade, and I like the words buy this home, I'll buy yours. Move up to any one of my listings, and we'll buy your home for cash. Asterisk, call for details. Okay, so that's how we can plus that ad. But the biggies so far, make sure the images match up with the price point. Let's look at the rest of the images here before we dive into the rest of the ad. Let me go back to my drawing tools. Okay, let's see. That looks pretty good there. I'm assuming that's above a $350,000 price point. Okay, I see that it has a garage, and I can see these other images. But again, these images better represent more value than 350. Okay, you cannot have images in property ads that don't at least represent a higher price point than what's being offered. That's very important. Every home has value. Like this house here, let's say this is a specific home that is for sale. If it's valued at 350, okay, it's 350 for a reason. That means it has things in the house that you would find in a $400,000 home, and it has things in the house that you'd find in a $300,000 house. Everybody get that? So you only want to highlight the things that you would find in the higher valued home. In other words, 350 is the median line. We want to promote things above that. All right, so you get that. All right, good. So we've done pretty well. Now let's look at some of these benefit-rich remarks. Okay, remember that's the template that we use, right? Benefit-rich remarks. Newly remodeled with modern look and feel with shaker-style cabinet, level 3 quartz countertops, farmhouse-style sink, barn door, open floor plan I like, high ceilings I like. But what's it good for? Okay, is it perfect for entertaining? If it is, let's say that. Okay, but we want to pick one way or the other. We're either going to target move-up buyers or we're going to target first-time buyers. If it's a first-time buyer home, we want to talk about the security and the safety aspects of it. And the low, easy maintenance. Like in this case, you don't have to do anything. If it's a move-up property, we want to focus on prestige and self-esteem. So there's a lot of things going on in the remarks here that are more feature-esque versus more benefit-rich. So you want to pull down the words, the hot list for classified homes word list. So go to the file library and type in the search bar, hot list. You want me to do that right now? Show you what that looks like? Let's do it. So I'll show it to you right now. Okay, don't go anywhere. Here I am on the coaching site. I just got to get logged in. I'll show it to you here. Okay. All right, I'm logged in now. Okay, so libraries, file library. Check it out. You're going to see how easy this is. If you haven't done this before, hot list. See that? It comes right up. Hit the search bar, and you're going to see right there. Where's it at? It's on a new hot list. All right, well, there's several of them there. I like that. Hot list ads, branded property ads. So you'll see the word list in there. Okay. Everybody get that? So that'll pull it right up for you. All righty, good. Now let's go back and look at our ad. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. Next, call to action for a free list of homes. Okay, so I think I want to give 2 options here. Okay, oh, here it is right here. Call Julianne Tran hidden information for details. So your phone number doesn't show there. And I certainly understand that. So so you guys can see that Facebook's gonna hide your phone number on purpose. So they're going to quote ask for details. Now, when you get the lead, when they click here, ask for details, it's going to look like on your end they're asking if it's available. They're not asking for it's available. They're asking for details. So you want to ignore what Facebook says. Facebook says, is the property available? That's what it looks like when it comes across to you. And you just want to engage in the conversation, okay, using the words on the callback script. That's a different coaching session. But right now we're trying to generate leads and engagement. So we can do another video on that. For a free list, so this is a piggyback ad. All right. So if it were me and I'm running a piggyback ad, which is what this is, I'm going to start with the actual benefit, which is free hot list of bank foreclosures and distress sales, matching your exact home buying criteria. So go ahead and take the thing that they're going to like the most, and let's put that up at the top here in your piggyback ad. But it's not going to do you any good if they can't call the hotline, though. So the piggyback ad really won't make much of a difference. But it might compel, and probably will compel, more action around the ask for details. Does that make sense to you? Okay. So I can see where this is a problem. Do you think you could get your phone number here in the where it says hidden information? Do you think you can get your phone number to show up if you don't use numbers? Let me think this one through. So maybe it's spelled out. 770 would be SEVEN 0. Okay. So, and it will take numbers, but I think Facebook has some sort of algorithm that will prevent a phone number going in when it looks like a phone number. It's reading it as a phone number. So I'm wondering if you can maybe spell out some of it, like 7 SEVEN 70, and you spell that out. And then you spell out the next three numbers, and then you just list the next 4 numbers. How about that? I would try that. I don't know if you can get away with that or not, but I can see that as a problem. So anyway, but that'll give you an idea of how to plus that ad. Let's look at one more. You want to? Okay, let's go to Craigslist. All right, here we go. This looks like the same ad on Craigslist. $300,000 here. Okay. $300,000 awesome home for sale. All right, so here's what I would do. I would say awesome home for sale or trade. $300,000 or trade. Awesome vacant home for sale. Okay, so I like that. On Craigslist, it looks like you can actually show contact information. Is that right? Let's click and see. Oh, beautiful. I like that better. Okay, so the same rules apply that we just looked at on the other ad. But here's what Julianne has done. Hey, Todd, I just created a property ad and I ran it in 3 places. Beautiful. Do it every freaking day. And hopefully the tips that I just gave you will make your ads even better. Okay? You like that? Okay, so I'm going to wrap this video up. And I'll pump out a few of these as fast as I can, get them to people who are interested, and it will make your ads better. But before I hang up, let's look at this template. You have a headline, a benefit-rich headline. You have images. You have benefit-rich descriptions. You have your call to action, and you have a piggyback ad. That's the template. Let me repeat. Benefit-rich headline that creates scarcity or speaks to scarcity and exclusivity. Images that look like a more expensive property than what the price range is being advertised. Benefit-rich words using words from the hot words list. Okay, benefit-rich, targeting first-time buyer or move-ups, and call to action and a piggyback ad. Okay, and I showed you how you can make all those maybe even a little bit better. Okay, but you will not be able to run enough of these ads. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, we would run over 100. It was more like 150 any given day. My phone rang every day a lot. So you're only going to be able to get your phone ringing if you're advertising to the marketplace something that's so valuable to them they want to talk to you. But I'm okay with what we just looked at on Facebook Marketplace. At the very least, having people click and say, I want to talk to you. I'm asking you a question. That would be good for that, because that's going to lead to a phone call as well. All right. Hopefully that helps. Thanks. Make sure you're at the conference. Don't miss that, because that's going to make all of these things that you're learning become even better. All right. Go serve big. See you.